As for the term mummy that we apply to the bodies that were found in Egypt, it is a concept called the corpse of any living creature, whether an animal or a person, at the present time. Other types of mummification have appeared, such as cryopreservation of bodies, injection of arteries with a liquid that kills microbes to spread in the body and keep it from decomposing. Evolution in the mummification process. First, in the old state, mummification was done by emptying the abdomen, then filling it with spices and resin, and then wrapping the body in linen. Secondly, in the Middle Kingdom, the method of embalming was very expensive by using scented gums, spices, and resin, by removing the brain and internal organs, and then soaking in natron for a period of 70 days. They tried to save the body without a hole by injecting the body with cedar wood oil and turpentine. Taxidermy accessories. In addition to the embalming tools, I found other accessories, namely, coffins and coffins. It is one of the ways to preserve the corpse by placing it inside a bowl of wood or woven straw, which is called the coffin. On the sarcophagus, in the modern state, only the positions of the decorations have changed, not the structure. Washing and disinfection. The embalmed people wash the deceased and clean him of dirt by placing him in the washing basin, and at this stage we rely on the views of the tomb of Jehoiada ibn al-Barsha, 20th century BC. 2. Removing the brain and the living. The embalmed absorbed the water in the body of the deceased and removed the viscera separately to dry it. The brain was removed first, then the abdomen and chest organs. It was mentioned on one of the YouTube channels called Pharaoh's Tweets. It was the first step of embalming that the ancient Egyptians took, before washing and purification. Second, extracting the living. The embalmed removes the heart, lungs, stomach, intestines, liver, and kidneys by making an opening in the left side of the abdomen, and places these organs in salt of natron. Spreads them with cedar oil, wraps them with linen, and places them in canopic vessels. And then returns the heart and kidneys to the body of the deceased, because the heart has a role in the other world as setting intentions. 3. Put the filler material. This stage performs the role intended for the mummified in the event that 70 days have been completed. First, temporary fillers. These materials are placed in the body of the deceased and are not removed from it because they kill the bacteria, but they are removed from the body after the drying process. They are 3 types of linen rolls, which are, rolls with natron salt to absorb water, linen rolls that absorb the remaining liquids, and linen rolls that contain aromatic materials. Second, permanent fillers. They are forever fillers, including, natron salt, sawdust, myrrh and cinnamon, linen rolls dipped in gum resin, onions. Second, permanent fillers. They are forever fillers, including, natron salt, sawdust, myrrh and cinnamon, linen rolls dipped in gum resin, onions. Third, subcutaneous fillers. They are placed under the skin of the dead person, giving the body its features when it was alive, so that the soul can recognize it. It is placed in the middle layer of the skin, which is the dermis. Among these materials, clay, linen, sand, sawdust, butter and soda, these materials are placed through openings in the arms, legs and back. For drying, the embalmed throws large quantities of natron salt on the body of the deceased for a period of 40 days to rid the body of the body's weight, which is water, and also rid it of the foods that the deceased ate, and the natron salt consists of carbonate, bicarbonate. For drying, the embalmed throws large quantities of natron salt on the body of the deceased for a period of 40 days to rid the body of the body's weight, which is water, and also rid it of the foods that the deceased ate, and the natron salt consists of carbonate, bicarbonate, chloride and sodium sulfate, so it plays an important role in the drying process. At this stage the deceased is placed on a tilted stone bed, and at the top of the bed's surface there is a channel in which water collects from the body and then collects in a basin below the bed. After the drying period ends, the embalmer removes the natron salt and extracts the temporary filling materials. 5. Pour oils and fats. This step addresses the physical changes after drying, such as the color of the body, the burning of the skin tissue, and the shrinkage of fat under the skin. and the embalmer pours a boiling white liquid, which is the resin, on the body of the dead. The materials used in this step: resin, cedar oil, myrrh, paint, beeswax, turpentine. It took the mummified 10 days to anoint the dead and wrap it with linen and clothes, and after the mummified finished pouring oils, he closed the body openings such as eyes, ears, nostrils and mouth by pressing the eyes to fall and put onion peel over them to prevent bacteria, and block the ear and nose openings with resin tablets, and treat the mouth, fill it with linen, then stick the lips with beeswax. As for the embalming hole, the embalmed feared the entry of evil spirits, so the amulet of the protective eye of Horus was affixed to the hatch, while the lips of the hatch were sewn with linen strings and attached to beeswax. 6. Shrouding. After applying the face pigment and putting on wigs, sandals and ornaments, the priest, Shamu, then wraps the body for 2 weeks with a shroud and accompanies each roll reading a mantra, and this stage aims to provide additional protection for the body to prevent decomposition. Supervisor for reading spells from the Book of the Dead and burying the mummified body.